Hello, this is Shan Chandrasekhar welcoming you to another delightful part of our programming. We have a very distinguished guest in the program here with us today. To pay a tribute to 100 years of Indian cinema, we actually are paying a tribute to her. Her contribution has been simply outstanding in the Indian film industry and of course in the Hollywood film industry. Now, she was former Femina Miss India, and in addition to that, she's walked the ramps. She's been in over 250 fashion shows. She's acted in over 20 Hindi films, in about a dozen other regional language films, and an outstanding actress, and one of the prettiest women of India, none other than your favorite, Pooja Batra. Pooja, what a pleasure to have you. Welcome.
Pleasure's mine. Thank you so much.
Welcome to ATN, and we are very delighted to have you in the studio with us today.
Thank you. I'm so delighted to be here, and thank you so much for having me here.
It's a pleasure. Pooja, you've also ventured beyond Hindi cinema. We'll still come back because you've got a lot more Hindi hits that you can actually be proud of.
Yeah.
But you also did regional language films, and you were very successful, and you were well noticed in those films.
Right.
It starts off in the Tamil film industry, and of course Malayalam film industry as well, and now recently in Punjabi film industry.
That's right, yeah.
You're making a big wave there. We'll come to that. In the Tamil film industry, your first venture was Asai. And one of the successful Tamil films was Kandu Kondain, which was a famous film that did extremely well in the box office. So tell us about that venture.
Kandu Kondain had a plethora of actors. I had Tabu. I'd worked with her in Virasat previously.
Right.
Aishwarya.
Right.
Ajit, his first was a movie, I was in it, Asay. Right. So in this movie, Ajit is the director. And Mammootty was also in the movie, opposite Aishwarya Rai.
Right.
And he kind of falls in love with the actress that he's working with, and I play the actress of the movie that he's directing. It happens, you know, it's like, and he is in love with Tabu. So that was the role play I had in the movie, where I play an action heroine, like an action star, where I'm doing my own action fights, and he comes to change my choreograph. So something like that.
Good morning, madam.
Yeah.
I'm Manohar.
Hi, please come in.
Thank you. One line narrate pannu. Ipo கேக்குறீங்களா? Okay. நளினமான கிராமத்து பெண். ஆனா துணிச்சலான கேரக்டர். It's an out and out emotional love story, madam.
But I'm an action heroine. What about my image?
இல்ல மேடம், பட் உங்க ஃபேன்ஸை பொறுத்த வரைக்கும் இது ஒரு டிஃப்ரெண்டான ஓப்பனிங். ஒரு அழகான கிராமம், சுற்றிலும் வயல்வெளி, மெல்ல சூரியன் உதயமாகுது. அங்க ரொம்ப வேகமா ஒரு ட்ரெயின், ஆனா உள்ள யாருமே இல்ல. கேமரா அப்படியே மேல போகுது மேடம். அங்க நீங்க தனியா நடந்து வரீங்க.
Train மேலயா?
எஸ் மேடம்.
Slow motion வச்சிருங்க.
Okay, madam.
So tell me about the experience and Oruvan.
Yes, Uruvan as well.
Right. So tell me about working in that industry.
Asai was Mani Ratnam production.
Right.
I had no idea. I was doing a fashion show in South India. I get called from Mani Ratnam production. I don't know how they know. I'm in the Chennai doing a fashion show, that time Madras.
Right.
And I've obviously heard of Mani Ratnam.
Of course.
I said yes. I don't know who Ajit is. and then when I go on the set, they're saying, oh, Raju Sundaram is the choreographer, and he's Prabhu Deva's brother. have you danced before? I'm like, of course I've danced before. I'm a professional dancer. So I remember that every day that I would be doing rehearsals, I would come back and take painkillers because it was so hard.
I see.
But I don't know if you have access to that song. That song turned out pretty good, actually.
Absolutely, yes.
Yeah.
We want you to see that with us.
It's called Ayyo Ayyo something. Sakkakadi Pona something.
Wow, do that for us. Just hum a little bit more.
Ayyo Ayyo something.
Yeah.
Shan will join us after this break. Do stay with us.
Let's come back to your interaction with Prabhu Deva again.
Yes.
Now, Prabhu Deva is an incredible dancer.
Yes.
You know, as a person, what is it like to work with Prabhu Deva?
I've noticed he improvises a lot. He is on the set, and you really don't know what he's going to do. The scene is pretty much, everybody knows the scene, but then what happens is he does his own thing, which is like how I've heard when there's Adam Sandler and there's all these actors, then there's a gap that the writers write that Adam does his own thing. There's 2-3 lines and then he does his own thing, such as Prabhu Deva.
I see.
So if you can pick it up after he's done it, whatever he does, whether it's a move, it's an expression, if you can incorporate it and if you're fast in picking it up, it'll be in the shot, otherwise it'll get edited.
So tell me about your venture in the Malayalam film industry, because you've done more than one Malayalam movie, and some of them have done well, actually.
Yeah, I did. My first one was with Mohanlal. And
he's a big star.
He's a huge star, and it was a pleasure working with him, because here I don't think I had the number of releases as he had the number of nominations for national awards.
Right.
So it was really nice to work with him. Here is a chubby guy, who I think will have no sort of agility, no movement, and he can do cartwheels. So the movie did really, really well, and it was later made in Hindi, Telugu, and Tamil. And
interesting. You worked in both the Bombay film industry and also the southern film industry.
Right.
The 3 languages, especially Tamil, Telugu, and Malayalam.
Yes.
Was there any difference in the Indian film industry working style between Bombay and the rest of the country?
Yeah, there was a distinct difference in working style. I would say Telugu and Tamil industry was very professional in the terms of money payments, scheduling. Whenever they had a schedule, they would comply.
Yeah.
Money would always be good and nice. Malayalam, on the other hand, would be very sort of subject-driven movies. There wouldn't be gloss and glit. There wouldn't be more dance and makeup. There would be more emphasis on
more reality-based
characters. Like in Chandralekha, I hardly had any makeup on.
Oh, Chandralekha, your performance was fantastic. So tell us about that venture, because that was remade in Hindi as well.
That was remade in Hindi, and Salman and Rani and Preeti did. I think Preeti did my role.
Right.
My director was Priyadarshan. He pretty much asked me to do Chandralekha right after Virasat.
Right.
And I said yes, and I had no clue at the time how difficult Malayalam, the language, is. For me. I mean, I couldn't just fathom it. I just couldn't understand it.
So you actually spoke the dialogues then?
I had to, because the director insisted.
So they didn't use a dubbing voice for that alone. So
they did.
I see.
They still did, but on set, director insisted I learn my lines.
Good for you. Good for you.
So I was like, director.
Yeah.
But I had to learn it because he would not let me give a shot without me having mugged it up.
Right.
Obviously, they tell you what it means.
Right.
But he was strict enough to say, "Nahi, you have, aapko yaad karna chahiye ye sab."
Right.
So I had a tough time.
ഉണ്ട് ശിക്ഷിക്കണമെന്ന് തന്നെയാ എൻ്റെ തീരുമാനം. അതിനു മുമ്പ് എനിക്കറിയണം എന്തിനാ ഈ നാടകമൊക്കെയെന്ന്. സൗകര്യമുണ്ടെങ്കിൽ.
You organized and you were involved in approximately over 250 fashion shows, and everybody, were looking up to you.
Right.
In fact, you were able to mobilize the resources of the Bombay film industry, the glitz and the glamour, and you were able to bring many heroes into some of your shows. So tell us about this movement in terms of the consciousness and a greater awakening towards fashion in India.
Shan, I was part of the fashion industry in India. I would say I was lucky enough to be part of the Indian fashion industry at the time when it was at its peak, or it was going at its peak. Like fashion was almost highlighted more than acting. It was more classy. It was everything was peaking. Like there were amazing designers who were showcasing in Europe. There was models were winning European contests. Indian models were being recognized everywhere. Indian fashion was being recognized everywhere, and I happened to witness that. And I was lucky to witness that before I got into movies, because movies, what happens is you get the exposure,
right?
And people don't realize that your anonymity, which is a boon, suddenly is not there. And everything is monitored from then on.
Wow.
So you pretty much lose a part of you after you become a movie star.
Wow.
But when I was modeling, that was the best part of my life, my growing up, because I learned how to do makeup from people. I learned about dressing, clothes, fashion, style. I mean, it's a ongoing process. And I loved it.
There's a tremendous emphasis now placed on physical fitness. Compared to many years ago, if you trace the history of Indian cinema, heroes didn't care, they didn't look after themselves. And they may have been great actors, but they didn't really bother about workouts and things like that. Whereas today, guys like Salman Khan, Hrithik Roshan, they're all much more conscious, and Tiger Shroff. So tell me about that movement that's happening with the heroes in India today.
You're so right about it. I think what has happened is awareness, and also the fact that this is what you're selling.
Right.
If you don't look good, what are you? That's part of the thing. Given if you're a great actor and you have to play different characters, but you could still put on weight and lose weight for a character, but you don't have to have a bad heart or a big bulging stomach for that. I mean, health. I think being healthy is a choice that I am very health driven. I hate it if I eat something bad and oily. Once in a while you do that, but I feel like I've done something really bad to my body. I should go back and do something good now. Drink a lot of water or undo the bad. So I'm constantly doing that, which has worked. I think it's awareness. It's like everybody has so much stress these days. Heart attacks are coming faster than before.
Yeah.
Doctors are putting you on a pill every day. And then, let alone by the bedside, you have like 10 pills. You're like, oh my gosh, you got to have this, and this. You know, so the best way is to stay healthy, stay active, and eat healthy.
Stay tuned, we'll be right back.
You've also been well noticed, by the way, in the sense that you're one of the few Indian actresses to actually make a special appearance at the Emmy Awards and the Golden Globe Awards. And you were called in both these awards one of the best dressed women of the evening.
Oh, thanks.
Congratulations to you.
Thank you.
So tell us about this.
I was invited to go to the Golden Globes last year. I keep getting invites, but last year was to the Globes. I was invited for BAFTA as well, and the Emmys. HBO calls me for a lot of red carpets. I feel very happy to go because I'm representing the Indian film industry, and I think it's good to make a presence there. And very often I let a lot of my co-friends also know if they want to come. Then I could arrange for that. Yeah, so it's nice. I like the fashion part of the red carpets also. That's part of the shebang, I think.
That's wonderful.
I'm one of the honorees.
Wow.
And I'm so happy to be here. They're recognizing me for the entertainment sort of section, and that's a good feeling.
There is a tremendous improvement now. At one time, Oscars was really a benchmark.
Right.
And today there are awards in India that have really picked up as well. You know, Filmfare Awards, of course, traditionally is always considered to be one of the most prestigious awards.
Right.
It's called the Oscars of Indian cinema.
That's true, yeah.
And Femina, of course, Miss India Beauty Contest. These are all, events that have been very well organized.
Yeah.
But event management itself is becoming a very big business now internationally.
Yeah.
And you've seen awards, you've attended awards, you've given awards, you've been on stage, giving awards to others as well, both in the Indian subcontinent and in the Western world right now. What can the Indian film industry learn from the Western world?
There's always scope for improvement, and I think there's a lot to learn. With that said, we've also improved a lot in terms of presenting the awards and showcasing the talent.
Right.
Obviously, Hollywood is looked at because it comes up with newer ideas, with newer movies, newer concepts, and a lot of people emulate around the world. They try and emulate Hollywood, America, and there's a reason why. And so one should take the reason in it and appreciate that, and that's led to the awards in India or anywhere around the world also showcase it in a better way, make it up to standard that a Hollywood star would say, yeah, I've heard of Femina, or I've heard of Filmfare. I mean, I remember going with Will Smith to Filmfare Awards, and he knew. I mean, I did give him a brief of what the awards were, but it wasn't like. He wasn't like, what are they? Or he wasn't like, oh, these were bad awards. Like, he was so happy after the awards because it was done in such a scale that it impressed him.
Yeah.
And he's an A-list actor.
Right, of course, Will Smith,
He's like, he's only seen at the Oscars. I don't think he ever steps out. You know what I mean?
Yeah, right.
So I think the whole thing has increased the level and made it better.
Let's talk about your entry to Hollywood. You're one of the few actresses from India who is extremely eloquent. In addition to your looking so pretty and beautiful, your linguistic skills are exquisite. So tell me about that, aspect of yours and entry to Hollywood.
I've been in LA for at least 6-7 years now, and I keep going back to India to maintain my relationships with Bollywood and the Indian film industry. And I have become a better actor coming to Hollywood and training here and going for auditions here than what I was in India.
Oh.
So for me, every audition I go to in Hollywood, I think I become a better actor.
Wow.
So I take it as a boon that I didn't get stereotypically cast or typecast in a TV show or a movie where people just see me that, oh, Pooja can only be a doctor, or Pooja can only be this or that. So the movie that I've just done, One Under the Sun, I play an astronaut.
I work for the Director of National Intelligence. What's the last thing you remember?
I was in my daughter's room and I was looking at the stars. I have a daughter.
Doctor said that we should appreciate the time we have with her.
Amelia!
I need to see my husband and my little girl.
And you will, just as soon as we know it's safe.
Is the door locked to keep me safe?
No, Dr. Voss. It's locked to keep us safe.
And I was given this audition. I remember I'd just gotten back from a holiday in Ibiza. I came back and I was all tanned, and my agent sent me 8 pages of audition, and she said, that's for a movie. And I was like, oh my gosh. And I have to learn 8 pages in one day and be in character and, but when I started reading it, I really liked what I was saying, and I really wanted to play this astronaut. So I remember I just put all I had, and I went for the audition, and I got it. And I was surprised because the breakdown said African American ethnicity. They were looking for an African American woman. And when the casting director and the producer and the director saw me, they were ready to change it to an Indian woman. That, I think, was just mind-blowing to hear that they went that route.
Congratulations.
Yeah.
So needless to say, you must have made an incredible impact on them, for them to have that mindset, to change that.
And I'm just hoping that impact comes forward into the movie. And
that's great.
Oh my God.
What did I see? What did I see that caused all this?
What's going on here? Someone has a vested interest in keeping the truth from us.
They just don't want us to know.
You're saying she's not human?
Not anymore.
What if she's not crazy? What if we're the crazy ones?
You've been lying to me! You're never gonna let me see my family again!
It's easy to give up, to fall into despair. It is only when we endure do we find it in ourselves to achieve greatness. It's too hard.
When has anything ever been too hard for you?